and welcome to 2020. I'm Jesse Waters. President Trump heading into this election year and fighting for him. Despite the lies and the inside jobs he's faced, Trump's succeeding because of you. Listen. Way to go, libs. You impeached him.
It doesn't really feel like we're being impeached. They call it impeachment light. It's impeachment light. I don't know about you, but I'm having a good time. It's crazy.
You know the craziest thing? Trump's not even impeached. Nancy's keeping the 2 articles in her purse. She hasn't even sent them to the Senate yet. Now, once they get sent to the Senate, then impeachment's official. But she wants to play games. She wants to wait and squeeze a little more drama out of this whole boring deal. She's afraid if she sends these weak articles, the Senate's just going to find him not guilty and be done with it all. So Nancy's making demands. McConnell has to run the trial her way or else. Sounds like Nancy's the one demanding a quid pro quo. Not how this works. The Speaker doesn't get to set the terms. The House investigates and the Senate judges. She doesn't have any leverage. The Democrats have already denied Trump due process, and now they're denying him a right to a speedy trial. It's par for the course. I thought Trump was a dire threat to democracy, and he had to be impeached before he could rig the next election. They've been trying to impeach Trump since before he was the Republican nominee. In March 2016, the New York Daily News wrote this: "Impeach Trump. It's not too early to start." Then right after Trump was elected president, the media starts salivating.
My prediction is, based on my gut, that there's a very good chance that Donald Trump could face impeachment.
Then, the day of Trump's inauguration, the Washington Post announces the campaign to impeach the president has begun. The whistleblower's attorney was tweeting about impeachment years ago, and the FBI agents were texting about impeachment and the insurance policy way, way back. The FBI used intelligence briefings to spy on him. They wiretapped his staff. They leaked, and they hatched stings. Trump caught wind of it and fired Comey. So Comey leaked and triggered a special counsel. A 2-year witch hunt when Mueller already knew there was no collusion. What was he doing that whole time? He was just building an obstruction case against the president, and that dark cloud cost Republicans the House. Bill Barr finally got there and called their bluff. No collusion, no obstruction. And then the same week the Mueller hearing bombed, Adam Schiff hatched the whistleblower plot. So Trump called their bluff again and releases the transcript. No bribe on the call, no pressure.
Here are the facts on Shifty Schiff. This honest guy makes up my statements. He said, the president of Ukraine repeatedly declared that there was no pressure, but he didn't want to say that. We said, say it. Say it, you crooked bastard. Say it. Remember? Bribery and this and that. Where are they? They send these 2 things. They're not even a crime. This is the lightest, weakest impeachment. This is impeachment light.
When the Democrats realized there was no quid pro quo, Adam Schiff made it up.
I'm going to say this only 7 times, so you better listen good. I want you to make up dirt on my political opponent, understand lots of it. And by the way, don't call me again. I'll call you when you've done what I asked. This is, in sum and character, what the president was trying to communicate.
Now, that was all fake, and he admitted it later. But they have to sex this thing up just to sell it. Now, this is a quid pro quo.
We're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said. I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion. I said, you're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, 6 hours? I looked, I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Oh, son of a got fired.
Biden threatened to withhold aid to an ally if they didn't fire the prosecutor investing his son's company. We should call him Quid Pro Joe. Trump was also asking Ukraine to look into how this whole Russia hoax started. Because the Ukrainians, Fusion GPS, and the DNC, they were all caught working together to get dirt on Trump and his campaign. So Democrats manufactured a crime, and now they're trying to manufacture a cover-up. Trump released a transcript of the call. He explained it on television, and even had his national intelligence director testify, all in 1 week. It's a pretty bad cover-up. Maybe he should have just acid-washed everything like Hillary. So there's no crime, there's no quid pro quo, there's no cover-up. Everything Democrats are accusing Trump of, they did. The threats, the collusion, the corruption, they getting rich off the family connection. Now, it's not like Trump enlisted foreign agents to spy on and trap and investigate his political opponent to influence election. Oh, wait. That's what Obama, Biden, and Hillary did. The left expects Trump just to lay down and take it. They can smear him and spy on him, sue him and investigate him, conspire and collude against him. But so when he fights back, they call that a high crime. But here is the real story. This is just another coup. The intelligence community is out of control. They've been out to get Trump from the jump. Now, the witch hunt failed, so this is just part 2. Mueller found the president of the United States wasn't a traitor after Democrats for 2 years falsely accused him of being a traitor. But instead of being relieved, their president wasn't a traitor. They're angry the president was fighting back against their false allegations. Donald Trump did not obstruct justice. If anything, he obstructed injustice. The president was framed, no collusion, he beat the rap, and now the angry left wants to impeach him for beating the rap. Trump survived unprecedented political torture. Prosecutors, FBI agents, the Department of Justice, all investigating him and his associates based on what we now know was false information about collusion. His associates were being spied on. Other governments, like Great Britain, were involved. The media was accusing him of treason. Obama holdovers were criminally unmasking and leaking against him. Democrats were calling him mentally ill and trying to impeach him. His lawyers' offices were raided, and Mueller investigated him with a team of Democrat donors and ex-Hillary lawyers. This political shock and awe campaign would have crippled any other politician who had a normal pain threshold. The fact that he fought back and survived this assault demonstrates his strong will and commitment to our country. But it also demonstrates great instincts and passion of you, the American people, who saw through the fake news and followed the facts. 1, Trump didn't fire Comey to obstruct the Russia investigation. He fired him for PR reasons, perfectly legal, because Comey wouldn't say in public what he was telling Trump in private, that the president wasn't personally under investigation. 2, Trump Tower meeting. The president never misled or obstructed the special counsel investigation. All emails and testimony was provided. Don Jr. demonstrated no criminal intent. Interestingly, Mueller left out the part about the Russian lawyer meeting the dossier firm before and after the Trump Tower meeting. The whole meeting was a setup. It was a sting. Barr's going to dig into that, by the way. 3, Mike Flynn. There was no evidence that Trump had advanced knowledge of Flynn's discussions of sanctions. 4, Michael Cohen. There was no evidence that the president directed Cohen to lie. So I guess another BuzzFeed bombshell goes up in smoke. Number 5, finally, on obstruction. Not only did Mueller not charge Trump with obstruction, he actually writes that his efforts to influence the investigation were unsuccessful. By the way, was the president supposed to just go along with being smeared by Hillary's dossier and walk into impeachment and the perjury traps laid by Mueller's partisan team of Democratic prosecutors? A prosecutor's job is to charge or not charge. Donald Trump is presumed innocent as an American. The burden of proof is not on him. So Mueller invents a new legal phrase, not guilty of attempted obstruction? What the hell is that? If I get framed for something I didn't do and I fully cooperate while fighting back to prove my innocence, that's a crime? His motives weren't corrupt because he wasn't guilty of collusion. As the president says, that's BS. If you're accused of something and you know you didn't do it, you fight back as hard as you can.